Uy. Patuo. Hey. Catching up with this live, man. Kaning uwan, man. Grabe kang uwan, no? Okay. So, Bai Jaya here. Lang gabi sa tanan. Kaning uwan lagi. So, our show tonight is all about Bagyo-bagyo, no? How does our weather relate to us? Diba? Ming Ming, ayaw ka na say you mo. Animal cruelty. Nani. Let's try to go. 105.1 TMC ug maayong gabi sa tanan mga higala nato diha nga naminaw diri sa atuang Sibyaan, ha? Nabot ko jud ko. Nabot na jud ko. My goodness gracious. Kana bang panahon bitaw nga mo lagi ni ang panahon nato diri sa Sugbo. Kinahanglan yun nato ni siya timpla-timplahon. Dili sa Sugbo, by the way, we are our whole archipelagic islands is definitely experiencing a lot of weather, di ba? Weather. Kanang natuang mga pangunahuna also is something that we're going to talk about. And for those of you who's tuning in and that are expecting to listen to the show tonight, ani anak ko. Okay, ani anak ko, naabot na jud ko. And then medyo nadugay lang tayo gamay kay kanibitaw nga to ang kanang atong sakyanan, no? Nga musabit bito ta sa kanimoy nani nga panahon niya. Madala ta sa panahon, wala ta nakapangandam niya. Medyo wala gyud na tarong nga to ang timpla. Amo na siya nindot kayo. Kung nindot gyud, kung lami kayo ang atong timpla sa atong sakyanan, dali ra kita maabot sa ato ang padulungan. And that the reason why that I'm here right now, a little bit off my schedule, but no, not off, but over sa akong supposedly start sa akong schedule, which is of course the Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya na. Okay, magamot sa Gugma mga higala, magamot sa Gugma. Live to you, broadcasting over at our YouTube live broadcast in our top media center page. Go ahead, subscribe, like, and click the bell button. You know what it is if you want to have a YouTube page. And for those of you who's tuned in on our frequency on the airwaves, sa Sibyana na to, listen to us here, 105.1, Mayong Gabi, and I'm open here for the conversations we have. If you want to message me or suggest something in our show tonight, ang ito atong mga bay, atong mga suki, diri nga paminaw. Welcome to Gamut sa Gugma. Yeah, Gamut sa Gugma. Kaya nga nung Gamut sa Gugma, kay dili manigasa sa Gugma. Dili sad ni siya kanang gamot sa kugon. Or gamot kugon. By the way, have you heard about gamot kugon? Kadung na mo gamot kugon mga higala. Kugon, di ba, mo nang sagbot nga dagko ano, kugon ba? And then when you say gamot kugon, if you don't happen to be familiar about the expression gamot kogon, it means that it's grassroots and rooted down, deep, way down. But ang kogon man good, lalong kay na siya og gamot. This kogon. So may in English ani kogon, by the way. Sa itong mga nahibalo diya. Shout out to all of you who's tuned in right now on your radio, wherever you are in our local Subo. Mga Bisaya, mga kauban na to diha na minaw. Welcome to the show Gamut sa Gugma, inyong Bai Jaya here mga gala nga nag-uban ninyo karong gabi all the way down to 10. I'm starting a little bit late because of weather situation, you know. Nagmotor rin daw si Bai Jaya mga gala, and medyo ang atong situation na agitay maagi ang mga balakid nga pagpaingon na to diri sa atong Tops Media Center. Okay, kayo kung maabot na diri sakto ug maayong pagkahimutan, di ba? And so our show tonight, no, atong tulaman ng karong gabi, and let me start talking about it now. Bagyo, di ba? Bagyo-bagyo, panahon ug huna-huna. And what is this? What is this bagyo-bagyo, panahon ug huna-huna? So unsa pasabot ninyo ana? Unsa may inyong nasabtan? What do you understand about Bagyo-bagyo, mga higala? Okay? By the way, Bagyo-bagyo is one of our local term in our pre-colonial, no? Ato ang mga Bisaya kaniadto ba? Ang ato ang Bagyo-bagyo naa na siya gitawag nimo og month nga musulti tag Bagyo-bagyo, because we basically have, when you say Bagyo-bagyo, month that we call Bagyo-bagyo. And I wanna share it to all of you na naminaw, what is Bagyo-bagyo? There is a particular month here in our Cebuano dialect that we call Bagyo-bagyo. If any of you here is well familiar about it, I want you to message that to me and share with me if you still remember what is the local names for our month. Okay? What is the local name for our month? Month of we say the months of the year. Anybody of you still remember the terms of the months of the year? Go ahead and open your Google, Facebook, or no, just search it up in your search engine diha kanang mga inyuhang mga web browsers diha. Okay, what is Bagyo-bagyo? Okay, I wanna share that with you and maybe encourage anyone of you who's listening. Mga naminaw na to karong gabi. If you're tuned in and just heard the show Gamut sa Gugma here, Bai Jaya mga higala, inyong uban, inyong abay, unsa man ang mga months of the year kanato dinhi nganihi sa Subo. Anybody of you remember still what are the months of the year dinhi sa Subo? Okay? Muna ako ang pangutanan ninyo mga igsuong Bisaya. Okay? Alright? So I want to challenge anyone who's tuned in right now. If you want to message that to me, kung daghan mo glowed, 0999-887-6077. Here, dire maminaw ko, and I want to know what you know about it. Okay? All right. So I want to listen. Okay. Kinsa pay nahibalo about the terms of our months of the year, especially sa Bisaya, because I know a lot of you have already forgotten that. I'm sure a lot of you would really appreciate hearing this tonight. Tonight that you will hear the months of the year. Kanato diri. So Bisaya lang for now. Bisaya, I know I know you're Tagalog, but you're in Cebu and you gotta be you gotta be Bisaya here for now. Okay? With all the respect here sa mga kaigsunan at mga Tagalog, for all the people who are Tagalog speaking, Bisaya, we're gonna start with Bisaya for now. Bisaya. Tagalog na nako ba minahon na ni. Tagalog na nako dila ni. So, kinsa ninyo nahibalo, what is the month of the year or months of the year nato sa Bisaya? Okay? Okay? So, muna ako ang pangutanan ninyo if you happen to be familiar of it. Bira na yun! Bira na yun mo dali. Ing na rin ko, unsa na siya, unsa ng mga buwana, ha? What are the months of the year? And then I also hold here some of the events of the year that we can mo gini na kanindot sa tuwang gamut sa gugma mga igsoon. Because we stand and uphold, all right, we stand and uphold Bisaya, okay? And that Bisaya that we know, we want to keep the Bisaya tradition, okay? Those of you on the YouTube, hello, may gabi, Tops Me the Center at our YouTube page. Mayong gabi. I have an answer here. It says Ambut, okay? Kinara Devi. Kinsa man ang Kinara Devi. Kinsa man ka? Bitaw, why you answered Ambut? Maybe you want to introduce yourself. You want to introduce yourself? What is it? Unsay mga bulan sa tuig, di ba? The months of the year in Bisaya. Okay? The names, di ba? The names of the months of the year. Why don't you answer that? Okay? I want to keep that question here open to all of you who's tuned in. Okay, nindot magud nga. Kani, you get to hear live on air here at 105.1 TLC, the most Cebu. And that is the whole idea of this is that you get to hear what you haven't been hearing for quite some time. Because it's very important that kanabitong napatay, when you still keep your language, it's also keeping your identity, your history. You keep your culture and pride. Di ba magsayo-sayo ka buhon diha og inyong kaning atong giilhan atong nailhan festival that's happening. You know what that is, right? The festival that's happening in January. Is that right? The festival that's happening in January. What is that festival again? I think everyone here knows that festival. There, huh? Diba? All right. I think a lot of you know this festival. Just to air this out. Yeah. Just to let you listen to it. I'm not gonna continue the whole song yet. Not right now. Just to get that whole flavor going. Mo celebrate maganita ng festival. At least you know what's behind that festival. Diba? Isn't it an innate right? Usa ka na kakatungod ninyo. Nga mahibalo. Nga mahibalo unsay ato ang here's the Bisaya term of that. Unsay ato ang kinaadman. Okay? When you say magud kinaadman, that's knowledge, right? What are the deep knowledge we have, especially in our culture, right? In our tradition about what is the name, what is the name? Simple education. What are the names of Yeah. What are the names of our months of the year? Hmm. I think I have an answer. This is actually, I have my one and only listener. He's my daughter. Enero, Febrero, Marzo, Abril, May. I think, you mean this song, right? Like this very very familiar kind song we have in our country. I think this is what you mean when I say that. This is basically this song right here. Okay, it's that. I think you mean this. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I think this is what you mean. I think that's what you mean, Kinara Devi. That's what you mean. You mean lubi lubi. And that's very, very Bisaya, by the way, or very Filipino. Lubi lubi. Okay, but that is not like for a Bisaya. No, for a Bisaya. Right, let me go back. We should know what are the names of the months of the year. Mahuman ko na itong tuiga. It's about to end. But do you know the months of the year? If you have an answer, message me 0999-887-6070. Basilig na ako'y premium para ninyo. Who knows? Basin magnatay premium. Who knows? Let me know whether the months, okay, of the year in Bisaya. Kana. Let me be specific. Okay? What are the names of the months of the year in Bisaya? Okay? There you go. So what are those? Let me have an answer from any one of you here. No. I was not explaining Sinulog there, man. This is about the names of the months of the year because the topic tonight for episode 10 here, diri sa ato ang Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya, kay atong isgutan ng Bagyo-bagyo. Because Bagyo-bagyo is a name of the month. It's one of the name of the months of the year. Usa ni siya kapangalan sa bulan sa usa ka tuig. Kana the topic about Sinulog, maybe probably we'll cover that later on for sure. Sige. Let's talk about the names of the month of the year. Please kani sugdan lang ako sa ilang mga pangalan. And then from there we go try to look into what's going to happen in our next episodes. For sure, there's a lot to talk about. And since I already played that, let me try to go ahead and play that for you right now. Here it is, a little bit of something to just stir up your mind. And since January, and according to my brother here, Philosopher Podcast, padung na daw, the Sinulog topic. Let's try to play that right now. Here we go. Here's my friend Dandin Ranilio. Padung naman eh. Now, well, let's try to, maybe later on, we'll talk about it. But for now, let's dance and sing along here. Gamut sa Gugma, Bai Jaya, TMC 15.1, the best of us. Nulog, saging kusog. Tanan magsaulog. One oh 5.1 TMC. The best of us. Here's lalong tako tubag. That's Sinulog. That was Sinulog, ha? Sinulog by Dandin Ranillo. Iyahan ang version sa atuang inila nga ginaselebrar nga duyog kana sa panahon sa kabaw na mo. Sa Sinulog sa pag-celebrate nato the feast of the child Jesus. Okay. Now, going back, let's try to work on the topic that I was just airing out. If you look at on YouTube, if you are there, kung naminaw mo diha sa YouTube, like Kinara Devi, and the rest of you just tune in right there, you see that Bagyo-bagyo, Panahon, ug huna-huna. The topic that is out, and I want to somehow share a little bit about the relationship. Unsay kalambigitan, okay? Unsay koneksyon. What is the relationship between our weather and the way we think? All right? The weather and the way we think. Okay, when I say Bagyo-bagyo, I was not only referring to the name of the month, but anyway, let me start with that. I want to talk about the names of the month para lang mahibalo ang atong mga kauban diri, mga Bisaya, mga kauban atong mga maayo nga Bisaya.
Lame kayo!
Okay. Let's start out with the very, very first one. Huh? Let's start with the very first one. The very, very first one is magsugod ang tuig. Katong gikanta lagi ganina sa lubi-lubi, the first month of the year in Bisaya. Okay?
Aba, matindi!
The first month of the year. Let's try to look into that. The name is. Are you ready for that? Here we go. Ulalong. Ay, satek. Ulalong. Uy. When you say ulalong, ang kanang term, and then just for the benefit of those nga mga scholarly kaayo ba nga nang kusugjud bitaw mo mukalap og mga kanang kaalam, no, or research of information inyo dia, and those of you who's very much into the intellect here, when you look into this anywhere, and I try to also look into that, the word is already archaic, means murag karaan pang mampur ko no, according to the way I've tried to look into that.
So right now, ulalong. What is ulalong? Ulalong is equivalent to Enero. Okay? Enero or January. And why is it? You know that there are a lot of the explanation about Enero, and you may have already available information about it. But what I am sharing to you, just for a little bit, again, I am not here to claim as a really, really deep researcher of stuff, and the things I know may just be the things that I've been exposed to, and according to also my own research and so on, and the way I've gotten to things. So, ako mga naabdan, ako mga pagkalapod sa ako ang mga angay mahibalaan. Mora po niya nga naan ako. So, ulalong manggod tungod kay pagsugod na sa mga kababayan. For the women, during those days, when they start doing their weaving, they're doing weaving, mga igala. Mga kugihan niya ito mga babae, kanya ito. They start their weaving. And listen to this. This is how they start their year. And because that's the right time, because gikan sa gitawag ni mo, we're going to get into that. That month, which I would refer to you. We're heading into that term because that's the title. Episode 10 here of Gamut sa Gugma is Bagyo-bagyo. Okay? Okay. Aligitas panahon lagi nga na nagsigitag kasangit sa panahon, sigitag ka kabahaan, sigitag ka atong mga atop, sigilag tolo. Ang atong mga mga sakyanan nagkadunot na staya og sa mga atop na to, mga sandayong nagkadunot staya. Generally speaking, no, sa kadaghanan nga pagpasabot, ang akong tuyo nga ipahibalo kaninyong tanan is that kaning bulana, as far as you can remember, if you can remember, kung aduna lang kay kaalam ni ini nga mahinumduman nimo, kung ana lang ha, di sad na nato o kayon gyud o pagmaayo kung wala diya. So ang ato ang ulalong kay tungod nagsugod ni sa mga kababayan kay gikan lagi aning bulanang gitawag nimo bagyo-bagyo. Or kaning mga taknaa, kaning mga panahona nga bagyo-bagyo. And pag-abot sa panahon nga murag kakita na sila gamay uga-uga na gamay, hala nagsugod na sila. Ulalong, mga higala. Yeah. So, ang ulalong aduna say mga relationship also with other dialects diri sa Pilipinas nga gitawag nato karon. And a lot of the tribes that are using certain language and dialects that are still alive, by the way, mga kaigsunan ako, because just to let you know, naroon lang mo, you know, one of the reasons why I'm actually really doing this is because this is one thing that's truly close to my heart. Okay? A lot of our dialects, especially atuang Bisaya, you know, Cebuano, is about to die. It's about to die, and it's a dying language, to be honest with you. And as much as I'd like to continue speaking on with my English here, I'd like to pay my tributes and continue on with my own Bisaya here sa Gamut sa Gugma. Mo nang naata diri, di ba? Mo nang naata si Bai Jaya diri. Mo nang hinungdan nato nga nung naako diri. In a way that I go mainstream with all of you, and for those of you who's just, you know, happen to listen to this radio and maybe have shared this live radio cast or podcast we're having here at TMC 105.1. It's because we're doing this for you. We're doing this for everybody who's tuned in and who's into this beautiful culture of ours. Kitawag na to Bisaya. Bisaya na dako! We are Bisaya, okay? And TMC knows that very much. Okay, let's move on to the next month. Ikaduhang bulan, no? Ngalan sa bulan nga atuang And bulan also means moon. Okay? Unsa ang ikaduhang bulan? This is, and then let me tell you what this is named for, because they start weaving on ulalong. Then they notice that slowly, nagkauga-uga na, then slowly the trees are started to be, okay, putol na. I think nag-start na nga pamutol sa kahoy. Kay gikan lagi basa lagi karon medyo panahon nga mamutol sila kahoy. Kay aron hawanan ba ang kanang mga lugar nga asa sila mananom. And so, ang term sa ikaduhang bulan sa usa ka tuig kay, if you happen to know about it, let me know. Ambit sa diri sa inyohang higala nga si Bai Jaya diri. There's always a space for you here. Always a space for you here at YouTube. Top Speed the Center, everybody. And you can also check this radio cast or podcast later. This is live right now. We're not a live broadcast. But later on, if you see this and then being shared to you with our friends in our networks here who's sharing this to you, this is our show, mga higala. This is our station. And this is your TMC. So let me continue. It's called, ang pangalan na ni kay Dagang Kahoy. Dagang Kahoy. Or literally, if you just listen to it, obvious, napagyapo ni. We're still using it. You say Dagang Kahoy. Means that Dagang Kahoy na nga putol or Dagang Kahoy putlo nun, because we are about to start the farming season, okay? Or the planting season of farming. Muna siya ang Dagang Kahoy. All right? And so, you know, the second month of the year sa Kabisayan, mga higala. Okay? Now you are into the third month of the year. Okay? Then we have the whole hour. I'll be with you till 10, so we're here. Relax lang. Okay. All right. Anyway, the third month of the year we call is tungod ni siya sa kanang, I want to start with unsa siya anong gipanganlan siya ana kay tungod kuno ang bulan aning mga panahon na kaning pitsa o kaning buwana, bulan or buwan, or one and the same, kay hayag kuno kayo sa kagabhion. And siyempre kay nagweaving man sila, di ba? Nagkuhan sila, naghabi ba? Nagpanahi, kung gitawag na to. Ganahan man sila og extra time. They want to have more time to do it. They want to extend or do overtime, or we call this offer time. Alright. Ang kanang offer time nila nga panahon, siyempre mabta naggabi. And sa kagabion na mas mayo nga hayag ang bulan. Muna ang tawag ni kay Dagang Bulan.
Okay kayo.
Oh, di ba? Dagang Bulan ang tawag sa ikatulong bulan sa tuig. Okay? Karon, move on to the fourth, and I'll start with 4, I think, so that I can divide it into 3. And let's take a little open line of conversation here. Again, message me if you feel like you want to suggest something, and I'd love to hear that suggestion from you. This is 0999-887-6070. All right. So the fourth one, kay kuno, kani, the term that we also use here on the fourth month of the year is kanabang, you know, kaning when you are shaken, kung ikaw na uyog ba, itawag niya siya og killing. Killing. The fourth month of the year in Bisaya, in the old Bisaya term, is called killing. Nganong killing man? Okay? Tungod kay kusog ang kaning mga panahon na kilat o dugdug. Okay? It doesn't actually mean that it signals, you know, the start of the rainy season or the stormy season. It's obviously all throughout the year sa tibuok tuig mo gani ang atong bagyo ug ulan-ulan diri sa atuang nasod, no, sa atuang kapuluan. But according to tradition, according to stories of the past, of yore, kay ang panahon nga kusog ang kilat ug dugdug kay Abril or April. Alright? And that is kiling, mga kaigsunan. So, let's review. Ulalong ang sa ato ang January. Ang February is daghang kahoy or dagang kahoy. Ang Marso kay daghang bulan or dagang bulan. Ug ang Abril kay kiling. Alright. So, naamoy nakatunan ng gabi, di ba? Alright. I hope you learned that first quadros. The first four, ang unang upat ka ngalan sa bulan sa tuig. Ug unsa na siya about. And also the topic that we're leading on is Bagyo-bagyo, Panahon o huna-huna. Because this relates to unsa man ang kaning huna-huna sa atuang mga kaning kabisayan o ato mga kaigsuunan or atuang mga kaubanan ng mga Bisaya. Kani adto og karon. But not necessarily karon because it's really different nowadays. The picture, the scenery, and the mindset is not the same as before. Okay? Lain-lain naman ang abot diri, langyaw. We have all different migration of our different regions, maybe per se. Different regions, and then we also have different nations that has moved in to our island. We call Cebu or Sugbo. All right? So, going into the next few names of the months of the year, I want to connect this to ang gihisgutan topic and title. And of course, akong ipa-premiere na ko ang ato ang name of like the name of the title already. Ipa-wahin ako, and because I want it to be more of a culmination of the year in how we celebrate the year in this generation nowadays and how they were looking at it before. Kumbaga, ang ato ang gigamit karon is how do we see, how can we try to see ang ato ang mga sceneries or situations. And here in Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya, mga kaigsunan ako, is that I want to kind of like be a representante sa unsay na mga hulagway, unsay mga kaning kasikas sa kaniadto sa wapa sa panahon ni Mangpur. So wapa panahon ni Mangpur ni siya mga higala. Mas nauna pa gini sa panahon ni Mangpur. Okay? So ang ako ang gidalit kanunay dinhi sa Gamut sa Gugma ni Bai Jaya kay kaalam. Okay? Pag-amuma ug paghigugma. Diba? Mo nang ako ang ganahan nga ibahin ninyo. Okay? Paghigugma. So, moving to the next few, of course, to the next, I know that you like to still play some songs and, well, ganahan sa ko mo play songs, right? But if you have any requests on the line, I'm still very open to share that with you, okay? And share the floor, maybe play some tunes, and I have something here requested over the line since I already played one earlier. I have a message here who's requesting for this song because I played the same guy. And let me play that with you. All of you tune in here. It's a TMC. Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya. 105.1. The best of us.
Kanindot ni mo, sisigaw ko sa buong mundo. Hey! 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 Saya. Pupuso! What a 5.1 TMC with Gamut sa Gugma sa inyong Bai Jaya. Sugbo and Cebu are two, as you know, two interchangeable names. I think a lot of you remember that from where you are. Kung na ka sa Cebu, if you're Bisaya, if you're Cebuanon, you know that Cebu is the name we use right now on modern days. And I think during the past episodes here in Gamut with Bai Jaya, Gamut sa Gugma, is that we were able to clarify why Cebu. Why are we called Cebu? Through that episode that we called mga tabo ba? Trade and barter. I think that was I think if I'm not mistaken, that was during the episode 6 or 7. Diri sa Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya. And there I was able to kind of talk to you about what are the sceneries unsay alantawon na to pagngabot na to diri sa Sugbo. Unsay alantawon na to sa atong palibot, no, sa mga pag-abot sa mga atong mga ninuno, our ancestors when they came in. And for those of you just hear this, mga hungihong nako diri akong pagsibya ninyo dinhi sa ato ang sibian, right? On our frequency, on our airwaves. If you just happen to have heard what exactly am I talking about, if you have a question of what it is, here's the thing. This is our tradition. Para mahibaw mo, ni ang tradisyon yun nga tinuod sa Bisaya nga dako. Aron mo mahibaw. Kani bitaw nga to ang mga storbot, storyang butbot. Okay?
Okay kayo.
Ang ato mga
storytelling. It's part of our culture way back. If you happen to have heard that, if you may have come by kanang wala kayo tay mga nakasulat except for some badlit in Kabisayan and then some baybayin sa Katagalugan. We don't have so much of the writing tradition hailed. Kumbaga wala gyud nato siya kaayo gitagaan og pagtagad ang atong mga pagsulat. Mao nang sa pamaagi sa kasaysayan in our history, we happen to be lost in where we are. Not that. We are lost with finding out a lot of our history and our identity, and we end up looking around and we don't happen to have much. And that's why thanks, and the really, really good thanks to those who have helped out with the research. And these are not from here. Mga dili ni taga diri, mga langyaw ni. Okay? Mga langyaw ni sila. Nga ni tabang nato. And in modern times, we already have a lot of references, histories that can provide some support to our yearning. Ang sa ato ang pagpangita, sa ato ang paghangup, niining ato ang sense of identity. Unsa magid ta, right? If you really want to have a good grasp of it, gusto jud ka kanang mahibaw gyud ka ba sa pinakauyukan sa ato ang pagkatao dinhi nga namuyo ta diri sa Cebu, nga hibaw kag Sugbo, nga nagbisaya ug sa palibot nimo imong who you relate with. Why is there the name Cebuano, Sugbuanon, and why are we called such? And also, why are we Bisaya? Okay, mo na ako ang pangutana sa dinyo. I'll try to leave that as a question here for all of you. And up to you how you answer that. Up to you if you want to answer it in the most brutal way you want, or you want to be more. Mona, if you want to be honest to yourself about getting into that question and how do you kind of like come up with your own answer on that, naranani mo. I'll leave it with you. Okay, a lot of times, you know, I move around here in our island, and I know a lot of you are, you know, are relating to such, and we call ourselves wala ginita kadiri. But this very important part of our identity seems to have been overlooked. Kumbaga, wala kita gagbili. Mo na nga, usa sa ako ang hinungdan nganong gitagaan jud tamog panahon niini. Pag-alagad lang gini kaninyo, no? Sa pag-alagad og paghatag og atiman, og alima, og amuma sa katibukan nato nga mga Kabisayan. And specifically right now sa mga Sugbuanon. Okay? Mga Sugbuanon because our title is Gamut sa Gugma. Gugma good. Gugma ang nagpatigayon niini. Kaning pagpakabana nato, our awareness is guided and powered by love. Love, man. Because that's the key to everything. It's love. And kung baga pung pa sa mga tapok na to dire nga gitawag og mga mahilig sa mga kaayuhan, that's very important that you really also know what is there for you to carry as a person. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next few names of the month. Ato nang balikan, no? Asa nam tato? Nahunong ta sa 4th month. Okay? 4th month of the year. Ikaupat nga buwan. Ngalan nga bulan sa usa ka tuig. Let me move on to the 5th. Right? Mao na ni ang gitawag nimo og I think everybody knows this is May sa ato ang kalendaryo. Mayo na ni siya. So unsa man ang Mayo kaniadto kung baga. Unsay ngalan sa Mayo. And here we go. Let's go with the name. Kay dagan ko lagi kunog kaning panahon nating ihaw ni siya sa baboy. Okay. Siyempre. Kung sing alam na ni, it's called himabuyan. Himabuyan mga higala. It's called himabuyan. And that is because daghan kanog baboy or ting baboy ning mga panahon na. No? Kaya mga kanadto, namuhig sila baboy. Okay? And if you happen to have some questions regarding that or anything that I'm talking about here or suggestions, feel free to sabati ko ninyo. Suod mo diri anytime. Here at our Tops Media Center YouTube live broadcast, message me. Right now, I only have Kinara Devi and we're ongoing. We're ongoing. I started a little bit late today, so okay ra gyud kayo nga muapas mo. Apas na mo ha. Naghuwat na ko ninyo. And also for radio listeners out there who are tuned in to 105.1, you can ambit. You can add a little bit of something for what you know about it. Okay. Kani masad, usa masad nga when you say panahon o huna-huna magud. Usa ka rason nganong mo ni atong gihisgutan karong gabi is because affected kaayo sa panahon the way we think. Most definitely, how we think is related or closely related to the weather as well. Not necessarily directly, but there is a connection. Aduna gini sa kalambigitan sa panahon. Kaya nga naman, ma-affected ka Ikaw ko na ba kung mawanan ka, unsa may bation nimo?
LOL!
Ang tawa man ka. Unsa may bation nimo mawanan ka? Di ba, magdagan ka. So, magdagan ka. On your way to run, you become tight. Hugot mo ang pamati. Kay naglihay ka. You're very tense. And siyempre, when you're tense, you tend to be tight also with the way you think. Mo narrow down ang imong thinking ba. Okay? Because you're already in a panic mode. I-panic naman ka. But if you were calm and receiving rain, labaw na magtaligsik. Unless siguro unos na siya. Okay? Kung unos na siya, makasabot nga kusugjukin ng uwan. And you gotta keep yourself dry. And naarabagyudayin tayo kaning nabiagyudayin tayo tendency ba nga kinibitang mag-uwan naging magtaligsik gani. Kani kabantay ba mo ani? Mag-uwan gani o magtaligsik. Ang mahitabo na to kay mutabon din ta sa atong kamot sa atong ulo sa pinaka hindi masading kanang pinaka ibabaw gid sa atong ulo ba. Sige ngalan na to kanang habiga ni sa atong ulo. Dili man sana siya alimpulo no. Tabunan na ba din na nato?
LOL!
Ha? Kay kanong tabunan man na nato? Muna akong pangutana sa mga kaigsuunan na to. For yours listening right now, why is it that you cover your head with your hand? Nganong mutabon man gidayon sa ulo ang atong kamot? Nga mura magnailungag ng atong ulo nga masudlag tubig niya malumos ta. Ha? Kaya ako pangutana nga nganong mutabon ta sa atong ulo. Bidaw, lugdag og tubag. Okay. And what ko ninyo? Again, message me 0999-887-6070. Kung naa kay tubag, message lang good. Eh, naman ay mga unlay text diha mga higala, mga kabay. Right. If you have any idea unsay inyo hang ipaambit diri ka nato nga naghisgot diri nagsibya karon. If you have any idea, let me know. Ta. Okay? And I'll be very happy to read that out to everybody also. Okay? Again, 0999-887-6070 kung naa kay mga suggestions diha or naa kay ipaambit sa atong mga gipang pangutana. And also sa mga YouTube live chat or chatters. Let us know. Okay. What is tubag? Nganong kay ganahan ko mga tana good kay syempre di mangguda nga naghatag kita kaalam or unsa gani suhito na gyud kay ta sa atong mga gipanghisgutan diri. Mas may sa mga utana ta ninyo. Basta tignan mo nahibalaan na. And I know that our brother and sister sa top of the morning si Jiggy Juice ug si Justin will cover some of these in the morning, no? Para sa nis mga nagpadulong sila mga trabaho in the morning and are doing their thing in the morning. This goes out to them. So, nga naman, manabon man din sa tong ulo. No? During the time. So, let me go back. Kanang panahon na is the time where we call the rainy season. Okay. It doesn't mean that kaning rainy season ang May. I was just a little bit moving out of our topic. Kay nindot mo sad ba nga muagi sa tag ng mga laing mga butang. You know that mabot na ta diha mga pangutan na. Balik ta diri sa atong mga bulan, ngala sa bulan mga higala. O karon katong mga naminaw ana ta sa ika-unom nga bulan sa tuig. Okay, unsa man ang ika-unom nga bulan sa tuig? Ha? Karon ang time nga mo ni siya ang pangutana sa nganong gitawag ni siya ani. So June, as everybody knows, is called Kabay. Kabay. Kani. Regarding Kabay, I'll get back with you regarding Kabay. Kay kaning Kabay, as I happen to come by, Kabay doesn't mean kabayo, by the way. It doesn't mean kabayo. But I'll definitely get back to that. Okay, panahon ko ni nga mugamit sa mga kaba. So ako ang balikan unsa ni ang kaba in a bit, but we are definitely on our 5th month of the year. So nana lang duha pa so that we can take a little bit of open discussion kay murag ganina naabot ko sa nigawas ko gamay sa atong discussion, but I'll definitely continue this before we move on to the segues, to the segments that we might have. All right, let me go into that. Kanang kaba. Okay. Unsa man ang kaba? Like, basig pasabot ani, part ani siya sa gipanulob na to kaniadto ba? Like what we wore during those days. Okay? So kaba means to cover us up during our rainy season. Okay? Definitely mo na gini ang panahon nga ting-ulan. June is the start of the rainy season. And this is what it meant. Na manggawas ng kaba. And that's why kabay. Kabay. Ang June. That's the 5th or the 6th month of the year. You happen to know that now. 6th month of the year. All right. Let's do the 2. Sunod niya, gitawag siya hila-dap-dapun. All right. Listen to this. Hila-dap-dapun. Or dap-dap. Okay? Mga kahoy nga gitawag og kanang namuwak pa. Okay? Wala kay ta makahisinati nini because of course ting panahon sa ulan di mo gud ta 4 seasons in a year. We only have 2, wet and dry. So kung naman ganina yung mga mang blossom nga mga bulak kanang panahon na mo na pasabot sa dap-dap. Dap-dap. Mo nang hila dap-dapon. So July is hila dap-dapon. Now let's move to Agosto. Okay? Sa inyong habalaan, Agosto ang gitawag na itong ngalan nini. Unsa man ang Agosto? Dili na siya about gusto-gusto ha, mga igsoon, mga bay. It's about ang pagkaon kausa. Murag ko siya, murag I think as far as I happen to recall unsay mga traditions nato. Kay kaning mga panahon na mukaon lang atuang mga nakatigulangan, or let's just say our ancestors that time, mukaon lang ting panihapon, kanang ting salop sa adlaw. They will only eat when the sun sets. Something about, I think something about a little close to the feast of Ramadan. You happen to be familiar with it? Huh? Kabantay mo? Naa siya gamayng connection, no? About how our Islamic communities also to follow their traditions. But definitely, this name is referring to that. And we call that lubad-lubad. It's called lubad-lubad. Dili ni siya pasabot ng mga nilubad. LOL! Lahi na siya ng mga tao nga ning lubad. Anong, kabaw na ka. Nang wakagawas ba, wakagawas. Dili na mo pasabot, ha? It means katulagi nga. Mukaon sila. Kausa sa usa ka adlaw. Kana ragyod sa ting salop sa adlaw. Tanaw na to na. We look more into that, and I'll leave the floor open to a lot of you who's tuned in and of course really into this topic. And if you feel like you know anybody who would benefit if you share this topic to them, feel free. Share us. Share our live broadcast. It will be there. Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya, mga igala, episode 10 or previous episodes. Or you can also share the rest of our episodes with our different shows like Top of the Morning, Lamdag, and Brand on Break, and every show we have here at TMC. You feel free to share it to those of you those friends of yours nga kailan ninyo nga would benefit a lot by sharing this information. Let's continue. Or let's take a break from there. Now we already have the 6th, I think, or let's say 8th. Let's see. We're already on our 8th. Yeah, we're already on our 8th because this is August, diba? And then we're now left with the next 4. I will really love to share that anytime, okay? But segue sa ta. Na ito bag diri ako nabasahan, no? And I had a little question earlier. And here comes from 093152 something. This is a reply over my question. Okay, thanks for the reply, by the way. And I don't have your name, but let me know your name. Okay. So the question ko no, ang akong gipangutana earlier about nganong mutabon kuno ta sa atong ulo kung mag-ulan. Okay, I just happened to throw that question ganina. Ay gipangutana lang gid ako. Kuno pong paniya. Okay. Let me read that. Okay, kuno kung mabasa ang ulo, mabugnawan ang ulo. Okay? Nya kung mabugnawan ko na yung ulo, magsugod ko no og subaw. I think this is a very common. Thanks to you. The name is Peter. Thank you, Peter. Salamat sa imuhang gipaambit diha. Okay, I really appreciate that, Peter. And I call you Pedro. All right. So kana imuhang paambit na to karon, naagyo na siya kamatuoran. And there's a truth to that. Okay. Well, kung ting-ulan, I think you also are aware nga. I'm talking about rain, Manggod, because it definitely is raining outside. Check out outside your door. Go one ba sa inyo, ha? If it's raining right now, and the weather is definitely, let's see. The weather is definitely still unstable to say. Karong panahon na akong gitanawang ko weather broadcast or weather forecast. Let's see. Yeah. Raining. What are the forecasts for the next couple of months or months or weeks or days? Let's see. Ano man akong weather today. Yeah. So karon cloudy and ugma kuno muulan. And that's Wednesday, right? So Thursday is also raining. Yeah, that's about consistent raining, like tomorrow up till Friday. Kutob sa adlaw. What's adlaw? What's Friday? Okay? It's gonna rain. Magulan siya. So that's definitely something to know nga kung kamo manglakaw, magdalagid mo kanunay og payong mga kagugma. How about that? Let's try to call everyone kagugma. Sige mo gamit og kano. Kagugma. Gahigugma. Gamut sa gugma. So, gagugma. Mas nindot pa minong gagugma. Right? Mga gagugma. Let's just try to say that now. Gagugma. Yeah. Yeah. So mga gagugma diha. Just happen to think about this. Nakunahon na ako. Gagugma diha. No? So ang ang mga adlaw pagdalagpayong just a weather forecast for about say 4 days. Karon hangtod sa Friday, hangtod sa Biyernes. Pag-andam na lang gimugpayong kay magsige nag-ulan. Okay? Aron lang aduna mo'y kaayuhang maapangandaman ninyo sa inyo ning kaayuhan. Ha? This is for your good, mga gagugma. Yun. That's happened. Na naman tayo mga kuan. So si Pedro diri, daghang salamat Pedro or Peter. And our YouTube gagugmars. All right. So let's say as we move to the topic of Bagyo-bagyo again. Balikon yun na bira diri sa atuang topic. Kay kanang mugamit po tag term nga kaning kaduhaon man gud nato. Like Bagyo-bagyo, baylo-baylo. No, gusto kita ana we have definitely the way we say our dialects. Nagito'y balik-balik, no? Kanang moingon ka kanang lingaw-lingaw, di ba? Gusto kita mo gamit o balik-balik na term. And so, balik in that whole idea of bagyo-bagyo, panahon o huna-huna. Who even huna-huna, no? You could always say huna, but it doesn't mean the same thing. Huna-huna, okay? Sabay, you could say sabay. Sabay means go together, but sabay-sabay, okay? No? And then sama. Sama means, okay, kuyog also. In Tagalog, it's sama, it's kuyog. But sama means sumala, or sama. That it could always be used one time. Pero balik ko nyo na tugduha. Sama-sama. By the way, susama day akong pasabot. Susama means according to. Or no, susama means, in relation. So, ang atuang mga termino that we're using now, for those who you just tune in, para lang malamdagan mo, is these are terms that already starting to go under graves. Okay? And we definitely don't want to see that happen. And that's the reason why with Bai Jaya here, iubanan sa inyong gamut sa gugma, aduna gini siya reason why we're using ay sa pag-una. Why we're doing this is because it's about to go. If no one pays attention to all of these, this would definitely be done. Kung walay mohatag og pagpakabana nining atuang mga sibya og pamaba, di magdugay mupanaw or mawala ni sila. Muna nga kita kinahanglan gyud ta og kanunay pagbansay-bansay. Or we train ourselves. Bansay-bansay means train. Our knowledge, our kaalam. Right? We use these terms. I don't think it's bad to use our term. Right? I don't know with you. To use our Bisaya, kabantay ka na uban mo ingon og baduy ba nimo? Ano baduy man kay ka? Ha? Ay, pag baduy good.
Okay kayo.
Kay kung di ka baduy, you sound so confident.
Bisaya nga dako.
Bisaya. Bisayang dako. You should be proud to say Bisayang dako. You know, you should not be hesitant to use your own language. You shouldn't be hesitant to say what you have to say in your own native tongue. Okay? All right? So we may actually come up with by the way, if you're wondering also, our topic is very spontaneous and a lot of things are coming into the open. But I'm sharing that part of our mindset, ang atong huna-huna ba? How we think and see ourselves. And going back later on, and I have the next hour to be talking about it anyway. Okay? And we will be coming up with segments later on in our show here, Gamut sa Gugma. But for now, I'm coming up with this topic that I've just happened to be excited to talk about today because ang panahon in town, ginoo ko. Kinahanglan gini nato. Nga pangandaman kanunay our weather in our country, even in just our island. Kinahanglan gini nato pangandaman kanunay. We always have to find a way that we are prepared. Otherwise, you feel so uncomfortable as you move outside your home or even in your home. You will feel uncomfortable kung naay nagtulo diha sa imong atop. Naay nagtulo sa imong atop. No, naay baha. Right? These are in a sure ball nga rason. Sure ball gini siya nga uncomfortable yung ka. Dili yung ka kauyon sa panginabo. Umbaga, dili maayo imong pamati. Kung ingunan na imong palibot. Diba? Diba?
Okay kayo.
Muna, kinahanglan nato pangandaman niya itong panahon. And we're getting into that. And I know that they have four more, we call this, 4 more months na to ang hiskutan. Upat pagid ka bulan. Ngalan sa bulan nga itong hiskutan. Yeah. I seem to forget about, yeah. So anyway, here's the time. The time right now is 8:57. Ang takna karon kay ikawalo og 5:17 sa gabion. And kuyog kamo ni Bai Jaya sa Gamut sa Gugma, mga kaigsuunan. Og ako, nindot sad nga, mo hatag sa tagpatigayon sa atuang radyo o atuang sibiyaan kay naasad may mga tao nga nagpaminaw. Let me take a little break and we'll be back with you.
105.1 Tops Media Center, broadcasting from over 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops 105.1 TMC. Welcome to the Magic Hour. TikTok's dark queer magic takes you on a trip around the world.
All the best dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. Bagyo-bagyo.
105.1 Tops Media Center, broadcasting over 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. And of course, nothing better than listening to your own tunes, all our songs, and all our rhythm, our beat sa pagka-Bisaya. Kaya syempre, kita kay usa ka. So morning atuang CBN and our broadcast is all for you, man. Sa mga kabisaya na to diri sa Subo o mga naminaw ng mga Bisaya anywhere around the world, this is your TMC. And they are listening to Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya here. Bai Jaya is currently going on with the topic we call Bagyo-bagyo. Diri sa Gamut sa Gugma. And Bagyo-bagyo man good. And we're getting to that. Ako ganahan kung paigot eh. Kanang paigot pa. Pero dugayon bilang ako, gituyo na ako eh. Kay kung akong dalion, man na, sa kauras ang nayat ko show. Dali ta. We're not in a hurry. And I'm getting this time to be with you to, as much as possible, get something out there in the air. Maminaw bitaw ta. Usa ni siya ka nindot ka trait of somebody. Especially these times. I know that maybe some part of you
are listening, okay? If you're on our frequency, 105.1, I know some of you are tuned in and listening, and then you happen to catch this broadcast is catching your attention. Nakadungog mo, and then nakabantay mo sige panghisgutan ba? And this is something, especially these days, we need. Kani bitaw maminaw lang bitaw. Kanang igo gyud atag og panahon ba nga? Maminaw lang. Because there's a tendency nga we all have a reactive response to things. I think this is one very, very common thing nowadays is people react rather than respond. Don't you think so? Do you think that reacting right away is something that's normal and just something you do and we all can get away with it? Huh? Responding is something where you have a little bit of nurturing attention sa mga butang. Imo bang tagaan bito siya igong pagtuki ba? Panang pag-responde mo. Or there's a sense of courtesy. Adunay panahod. No? Adunay panahod ba? Ihatagan ni mong igong katahuran ang mga butang. Naghatag kag katahuran means you have a sense of respect to the person you're talking to and so on. Okay? And definitely we have Gamut sa Gugma to keep that spirit with you. And so, let's go on with the next topic we have, or the next parts of this topic ang atong gihisgutan diri sa ato ang tulumanon karong gabi mga kagugma. Gamut sa Gugma now becomes, if you're a listener of Gamut sa Gugma, let me call you Gugma. Let's try to go to the next four months, 4 names of the months. Starting, this is now the last quarter. No, not the quarter, but the last 4 months. Okay, and quarter is 3 months, and we did 4 each time. Okay, let me start out. The month which you called the 9th month of the year, ang ikasiyam. Okay, 9 is siyam, or nueve in Spanish. It means that this is also very funny for me, man, as I look into this. And brace yourself for the information na. Paminaw. Kani ko ng mga buwan na kuno, mo kuno yung buwan sa pagbasul or paghinulsul kay kanang sa mga tao kuno nga nang hulam og kantidad bisag unsa kwarta og unsa pa nang gipanghulaman diha. Kana kunong mga tao kuno nga nang naging mga gipanghuwam nga bisag murag wala na gipanguli diha no. Murag nabusog na gina sila sa pagpanghulam no. Mao ko ni ang bulan nga magbasol o maginulsol ni sila kay kuno sa sunod bulan ni ana ang panahon nga ting harvest. Okay? Anyway, ato ning hisgutan. Kangurusol or kangurasol. Kangurasol ang gitawag sa bulan nga Setyembre. Ang bulan nga Setyembre gitawag og kangurasol. Kanang paghinusul, hinursul. No, that's basically from that line of the term itself. Musunod ta sa sunod nga bulan nga kini mao gyud ni ang atong gipamati karon, and this is really the name of the topic we have tonight, but it doesn't mean that it is the name of the month we are in, but it just happened to be in my mind. Syempre ako may nagdaan nyo dre. Na may nagdaan sa inyo hang nagpatigayon ni ning atong Sibya, no? Ang karong buwan na gitawag na siya obviously og Bagyo-bagyo. Okay? Mo ni gitawag og Bagyo-bagyo now, right? Bagyo-bagyo kay kuno daghan kuno kay kanon, and kung sa una gitawag nila sa mga kanon nga luto nga napanos kay tawag po kuno day ani nila kaniadto bagyo pod. Kay tungod sa kaabunda, tungod sa kadaghan sa gi-harvest no nga bugas kaniadto. By the way, naatay ko na just to let you know, by heritage we have our own local rice, and I'd like to say a shout out to all the slow food movements here in Cebu. Nakuyog po na nako sila. Usa ka adlaw ni ana didto mi sa Karkar, and I'd like to mention that hello to everybody in slow food movement, and also hello to everybody in movement for livable Cebu. Yes, maayong gabi kaninyo, and I know a lot of you are not in your radio but in YouTube. Share ko ninyo ani, share ko ninyo mga higala. Dili na pwede nga masipyat mo na. I'm sharing this to you in our page. I know you will be listening to this one way or another. Okay, back to the topic na duha na lang ang nabilin. And yeah, we're about to basically finish the months of the year here, definitely. Huh? And malipay ko nga nagpatigayo ni ini because this is so true to me. This is so true to my heart. And you know, I don't feel so much pressure about coming here and sharing this to you. I don't know about you nga naminaw nga you may have something you want to listen to, and that's why I'm free to share, man. I'm free to listen to what you want to do, what you want to share, what do you want to hear. I'd love to cover that for you. If you have something, if you have some suggestions in mind, let me know. Message me 0999-887-6070. If you want to air out those concerns or some suggestions, or maybe even comment on what I've said. And I've got some people here who already did a comment here for us. All right? So let me know if you like. 0999-887-6070. All right? We'd love to hear from you. And also, those of you that Gugma sa YouTube, go ahead. Message us. Tops Media Center. If you happen to not yet have been subscribed sa atong YouTube page sa Tops Media Center, you go ahead. On Facebook, you see the logo is TMC. You type in there, Tops Media Center. We're there. And para sa mga tao nga way radio, and if you want to have an online radio with you, mura ba siya ka na Spotify ba? And nakalindot niya, Spotify, and when you message us anywhere on our mobile, on our or on our YouTube, if we have shows, our DJs are very much happy to play the songs for you. Live ba? Plus pagid nga i-dedicate pagid nimo. No? I know that the katong gi-mention ako ninyo. Okay, medyo it's just playing the song that you want to play. I know that you like that. But it's nice to also listen to somebody who's alive, who wants to talk to you about your song, who, while playing your song, definitely wants to also dedicate that song for you. Okay? Will your application do that? The popular application do that to you? I don't know. Maybe yes. Okay? Muna siya. And then in my case, I just want to be that person. Ganahan jud ko nga na ako ipaambit pa. Mga angay mo gud mga tabian ni mga inani ka na maglingkod ka dire, and you talk about what we want to talk about here. Mo ni siya ang ako ang gipili nga gipatigayon. Mo ni akong gipili nga not necessarily profession, but passion. Okay? Not necessarily. It's my passion to play the songs for you. Right? And of course, for those of you nga ganahan maminaw og Bisaya, this is it, man. This is it. Bisaya. This is Bisaya. Over here, we play all Bisaya, and mostly Bisaya, especially artists ng Bisaya. Right? Nga ganahan magud ng mga tao pod nga maminaw og mga inato ba. And that's why we're here, man. We're playing that for you. Morning nga, I know you like some songs nga Bisaya and Cebuano, but nindot sa nang naputay mga bago nga kanta. Right. I think a lot of you have already requested. Kato mga listeners na to here. A lot of you have already requested nga mga songs nga Bisaya diri, and keep on requesting, by the way. It will be coming up, and those nga kusog kay gina-request, syempre, mo na siya magbalik-balik. Mo na siya masikig tukar. Muna siya. Para saan nga itong umabot nito?
Finally, has found a home. 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Bro, napo ko sa kuan, bro. Radio station. Ang client mismo pagkabot. This is not my plan, ha. By the way, this is the client's kaning prerogative. Muna gana akong magstorya nimo. And I thought you're coming over tonight diri sa Cebu, but you're in Manunggal. That's why I really wanted to talk to you. Lakbay, pakilabay sa latang gamay. Kuya na yung puti. Inday. Ito ba ito ka ba? Labay sa lata nga gamay. There you have Missing Philemon. Suroy-suroy. Lakbay-lakbay. Pakiglabay-labay. That's a very, very good classic to know here at 15.1 TMC. Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya. Uba na yung Bai. Mga gagugma diha, karon ang ato ang kaning ato ang balikan bitaw nga panakiskutay, panakiskutanay. Okay. Kaning ato ang panguna-una. Nindot kayo ang gisibya or gipang awit, ang awit sa ato ang higala Missing Philemon, mga higala diya nga gipangulahan ni Insoy kay kanang ang ato ang pagsuroy-suroy, paglakbay-lakbay ba. You know, we're always journeying. We are an explorer. We are explorers in life, journeying. Our senses and our experiences will be there for us, all for us. Na kita tanan, maabtan yun na to ang atong maabtan. Ay lang yun pugni. And nakanindot yun nga, minaw kas mga kanta nga ato bitaw ka na. Alam mo na nga nag-narrate sila sa ato ang mga lugar-lugar diri, mga kaagi diri, mga panguna-una po na to, expressions. Nagid ya. And I really love how Insoy Ninyal and the group Missing Philemon is narrating that for us. Legendary na sila ng mga tao. Kanang ilahang duyog, kanunay na nang upabilin sa mga mahiligon nga mga Bisaya sa pagpaminaw sa mga inato ng mga duyog ug kanta ug awit. Mao gina nga ako ang masulti. So daghang salamat kaninyo diha Insoy ug mga higala nato sa Missing Philemon ug uban pang mga banda diri, and there's so much and artists as well. So much of them, or so many of them. Nakadaghan ginani nato mga nagpadayon sa tuang kinaugalingon nga mga kanta. Alright, so let's move on. 9:24 sa mga oras sa Bisaya. Takna ikasiyam og 24 or kawagupat. Can also say 24 is kawagupat sa kagabihon. So here we go. The next 2 months is of course November and December. Unsa man sa Bisaya. Okay? And I hope some of you here are taking notes. Ano bang mga mahiligon Diyos kaalam ba? Those of you who's really into knowledge and information. Ang gitawag kong Nobyembre, di ba? Sa according to the Lubi-Lubi ganing na. Ang Nobyembre ko no, okay, gawas paghuman sa Bagyo-bagyo no. Okay, malagi na mga daot ang kanon. Na ay gitawag ko ting sugod sa bugnaw. Actually, sugod na ng bugnaw sa Burr season, di ba? Burr, dili beer. Ang pagsugod aning bugnaw, mabatian na nimo. Mo nang gitawag pangalot nga diyutay. Pangalot o diyutay. Meaning, mangisko na ka ba? Mangiskis na kasi mong panit o diyutay. Kay tugnaw na ang panahon. Niining gitawag ko Nobyembre or November. Remember, ha? Write it down. Panglot nga diyutay. Kag mangiskis nga diyutay sa mong panit. Kay tugnaw na, makapamati na kag bugnaw. You can start to feel the cold weather coming in. And if you happen to see me here, katong nananantaw sa YouTube live, there I'm wearing our pangtabon ba? Panulob sa kabugnaw. Panulob means our wear sa bugnaw. And then, we move on to our December, mga gagugma diya, gagugmers. Gitawag og panglot nga dako. Panglot nga dako na ni kay Bugnaw naman kayo. We are at the panglot nga dako right now. Panglot nga dako means December. And you are already there. You're already feeling the cold. Wag na nga magmotor ko. Gumagamit na ko gloves nga. Kumbaga waterproof kuno lang sa hindi sa dagay mo mao gito siya kanang kamatuoran nga gigamit na ko na di gyud mabasa. We don't really regard highly kayo sa mga or di kita musalig ba. We cannot really trust so much in our covers, our wear. Okay, we don't know if masaligan bigyan tanan unless you really do have an experience nga masaligan yun siya. Okay, so we have already covered the 12 months of the year in our version. Okay, 12 months of the year version. We already have the 12 months of the year. Starting with, let me review that. First, okay, we have Enero or January is ulalong. Okay? Hindi mo. Ulalong. Right? Ulalong means the weaving of the cloth. And then next is February, which is dagang kahoy. Okay, dagang kahoy maputol kay mananom na. Next is March, which is dagang bulan. Kay mo na niya mga gabi nga magsugod og kahayag ang mga bulan. Next is Kiling, April, because lightning and thunder ko na mga higala, kusog ang kilat og dugdog mo nang ikaw magkiling-kiling ka. Nay mo rin kiling diha sa imo ha. Kanang bitawag ko. Oops! Unsa man ang mukiling-kiling diha. Mga tigpaminaw nga gagugma diha. Mukiling. Maraming nani ra ba? Daghan kay mo gilok aning mga panaghiskutanay. Okay. Next is adlaw nga July. June. Gitawag og or Mayo pa day. Abril itong kilig. Mayo, himaboyan. Kay ting baboy na. Managhan ang mga baboy. Mga higala. Mga gugma, kagugma. Then we move to June, which is kabay. Kay magsugod nagpanulot sa ilahang mga kaba. Right? Dili gusto mabasa. Marag raincoat pa. Gitawag siya poncho. Kabay. June. Next is July. Gitawag naghila dapdapon. Or dapdap kay mag-bloom ng mga kahoy. Mga gagugmars. Naghila dapdapon is July. And then you have lubad mga gagugma diha. Ang lubad-lubad dili na ha. Dili sa katong mga nang lubad nga kabaw na ka. Nang lubad kay wa na katago. Nasakpan. Nahibalaan na ang iyahang totoong identity. Di ba? Di na mo. Kanang totoong identity nila sa tinuod. And the next is sino mo ta? Kanggurasul. Kay kuno magsugod og pangbasul. Kay mga dagang mga kuan kay nanaghan naman ang angay harbisono no. Okay, katong mga nagpahuwam kuno kwarta. Bagyo-bagyo is October. Kay nagsugod na og kadaot ang kanon. Kani if you have a need to have this explained, feel free to have we can have forums on this, mga naminaw or those nga gana. Pangalot nagjutay or pangalot nga jutay kay tugnaw nag-anam-anam. Pangalot og jutay. And then the December which we are in right now is pangalot og dagko or pangalot nga dagko here. Mga gagugmers, unsa na oras Oras takna, okay? 9:31 sa gabi, alas 9:31, ikasyam og tulo ka pulot usas kagabhion dinhi sa Tops. Ug daghang pagyutag ang mga hibalaan diri sa atong mga kinaadman. Our knowledge in Cebuano and si Bai Jaya will always be here for you matag Martes ug Biyernes. Adlaw Martes ug Biyernes diri sa TMC 105.1. I'll be right back.
Best of Us. You are listening to the best of from the old to the new 105.1 TMC.
The Best of Us. And so, nakadungog mo sa mensahe sa itong Jiggy Juice nga amuang madalit kaninyo kay kaning kantang Pasko, mga higala. O since nagsugod na tag hisgot ni Ana atong mga kanta, syempre, atong nang pangpaminawon, di ba? Sugdan na to ni ato ang iyaan nga si Dulce, mga higala. Pasko na karon. Gamut with Bai Jaya. TMC, The Best of Us.
Dapit sa kahimaya.
Ang kitang tanan diri sa atuang panahon sa Pasko ug pag-celebrar ning atuang giilang adlaw sa atuang batang Hesus Kristo, mga gagugma. Okay. Moving into our last few minutes atong takna or atuang not only the time but last few minutes of our tulumanon, our show, and our mention. What are we talking about here? Ang bagyo-bagyo, ang panghuna-huna nato sa panahon na affected. Definitely, I did a little bit of vocabulary of the days of the year because this is also part of how we think. Okay, just to weave through whatever it is that you have heard tonight here sa Gamut sa Gugma. Mga gagugmars, mga gagugma diha. It's because this is our way of thinking. Kita ninyo here in our island, in our island or our islander community, We are islander community, by the way. Para lang maklaro sa tanan, we are mga taga-isla ta. You heard of this? Have you heard of this? Mga fellow...
Bisaya nga dako.
Have you heard of this term, taga-isla? Kinsa may nakadungog mga terms diri nga atong gigamit here nga taga-isla. Diba mga taga-isla kay...
Lame kayo.
Mga taga-isla, mga gwapo-gwapa na sila.
Sana all.
Tinood. Yeah, because naapo na sila gidaladala nga mga kabaw na ka.
Wala ka daw.
Dako og kasing-kasing, dako og gugma kaninyo. And muna kita mga taga-isla. Do not be ashamed when you hear this term in our dialect because we are islanders community, diba? And we are
Bisaya nga dako.
we are islander community Bisayang dako because we are. Kung saan gusto ninyo inyong identity, kanang laing isla diha sa lain nga country or lain nga city sa country or whatever, you have the right to say whatever you want to say and feel whatever you want to feel. But of course, that is dependent on asa ka dapita. Oh, sabot-sabot sa asa dapita ba? Asa ka gabarog, asa ka nga palibot. If you're not in the environment where you're trying to claim yourself to be, nahitabo cosplayer lang ka. Right? You're a cosplayer. And there's a good honor in being a cosplayer because you are acting like a representative of this, this culture and tradition. You may want to relate to them as yourself, but that is basically your role as a cosplayer artist, or what do you call that? Okay? You have the right to do that, right? But nagisgut ko ana kay we have to be where we are. Asam dita? Nakasusugbo. Bisaya ka. Kabang Bisaya. Ay na lang pagahigahig in English diha. Kay lisod na kay na wala kay ka na bang labaw nag in English yung gahig kay dila. LOL. Ay pugsa. Kasabot ko may kita mag in English, may kita mo try hard ta tinagalog diha para sa mga kauban na to mga igsuon na to diha sa Davao. Ha? Hello. Hi. Hi ninyo diha nga mga gahi kay Tagalog. Gusto nyo mo mag-Tagalog ra ba? Gusto ra ba gyud mo nga Tagalog speakers mo? Okay? There's nothing about regionalism or kana bang usap po day atong pohon o maabot na to nga topic here sa Gugma, sa Gamut sa Gugma mga higala. Mga Gugma diya. Kay kaning tribalism, and that is gikeep na ko na wa pa na nako gi-air out on our show tonight because I need to have my guest to come here. Akong igsuon nga higala dire. I need him to be here para natin mahisgutang igong mga paghatag og pagtan-aw ni ining atuang tribalism diri sa Sugbo ug sa Bisaya kay diha ma-connect nato na ang relationship with these groups kanang mga grupo nga atong nahibalaan, whatever that is. And that's the topic that we're gonna have later on. Okay the topic that nga gipanghatag nato diri sa Gugma, Gamut sa Gugma, is something that relates to our everyday situation sa Sugbo. And kung dili mo kakita o connection ana, may giingon nga maniminaw na lang tag drama sa radyo. No, because I think there are some stations that are really, really good with drama, and we're gonna do some drama later on for sure. A little bit of that. Kana bang atong hatagan po dog kanang pagtagad ang atong mga expressions and our feelings right here, no? So, karon, naana ta sa panahon sa panamilit nining atong takna sa atuang tulumanon diri sa Gamut sa Gugma. Okay? And of course, I want to thank everybody nga naa diri. Na naminaw, nagpabili, nagpadayon og paminaw. Even though some of you did not comment tonight and did not really air out their side, I appreciate you. Mga gagugma diha sa YouTube ug sa we call this the Facebook and social media. Salamat kaninyong tanan diha. I really appreciate you all, and definitely I'll be with you again on Friday. Magkuyog kita diri, same time, same place, same station, diri sa Gamut sa Gugma. Kuyogin nyo hang
Bisaya nga dako.
Bai Jaya, Bisayang dako, proud Bisaya og
Okay kayo.
adi na mo og
Lame kayo.
kana needs to be proven. And I'll still be here. I'll be around, but I'll play some songs for you to welcome you back. And by the way, si Bian kay kutob lang sa ika napo nga takna sa gabion at alas 10 sa gabi or 10 o'clock in the evening for our airwaves. But we are going to go on live, or not live, but of course, airing our tracks through our radio, online radio. It's at www.topsmediacenter.com. Check it out. Do log it in and, do put it in your bookmarks so you will hear some of our songs. And our songs are Bisaya nga.
Bisaya nga dako.
Yeah, I've been playing that all so much, okay? And anyway, if you have some more messages, let me know. Feel free. I'll still be here until 10, but I'll play some more songs for you so you'll enjoy the rest of the night and the rest of the evening here at Tops Media Center, the most Cebu TMC 105.1. I'll be right with you until 10, but for now, we'll keep on our programming.
Welcome the new year on top of everybody at Cebu's most iconic landmark, Tops. Together, let's down to
2025 at the best place to be. Join us at our Grand Countdown Gala at the Tops event space.
Okay.
Dinner, entertainment plus exclusive.
I think I will,
access to the Sky 360 true 360-degree view and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 at 2,000 feet closer to heaven. At Tops. The Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops, Montebello Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
105.1 Tops Media Center, broadcasting from over 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops 105.1 TMC.
Kapila pa man di ay balik-balikan lang sa'yo sa aming latay. Kay bisan pa kapilaon kang igumaan, dili mabuto ito ang higayon. Di na mabalik ang oras adlaw.
Inday.
Nga naay Bisaya nga inyong mahibalaan nga kaniadto pa ni nga tukar og duyog. Ug karon kung inyo ning paminawon, mabuhi pod ang inyong pagka malamdagon sa atuang Bisaya nga pamulong, no. Muna nga akong ibahin ninyo. That was Buhi by Ferdinand Aragon. And this time, just to play with you a little bit more Bisaya nga maayo paminawon. Here's something where I really cherish this song because this song was a favorite. Usa ka paborito ni sa akong kanhing amahan, no? Anhing amahan. And I'd like to really dedicate this song to you all of you who's listening here on TMC. And I know that a lot of you might not be familiar of this song that I'm about to play right now. But this song was a winner for the Cebu Pop Festival, Dugay na Kayo. And this is, I'm introducing this song because I remember so much and so well this song. Okay? And it won the third prize winner for the first ever Cebu Pop Music Festival. That was 1981. Imagine that. 1981. This song was written and composed by Alan Jaime Rabaya. And here's Mr. Stewart Papas to do that beautiful music and song. Goes out to everybody here. Gamut sa Gugma with Bai Jaya. Sa kapaborito sa kong amahan, TMC, the best of us.
Tulog na mata ko pirunga, kunin mo panahon hununga, kalimutan mo ang mga laya nga buhay.
Sakit ang langit, patag na mata ko matana, bundak na uwan na karuna, imayangin mo samaran, libugo sa kabayranan, milyon o duha kasuliran, sa tunga-tunga, sa kahayag, tinaguan, nga ibutyag, hiparayang. Kinsa ikaw sunog, nga hulagway, nakigbisog, nakig-away sa kamugaway. Tanag mo na tanlag ko, sugdanan sa pagkahuyang ko, mga linging pangutana, kinsa ka o kinsa ka, matununan sa pagsalig, ang kapagbasa sa akong tubig. Sidlak na mga matagak nga bituon, hilak na pinaga kong igsuon, binilanggo ako sa kagahapong nagmahal. Ug ikaw sa hingin ato ang duyan, gugma mo kalampusan ko. Kung 105.1 TMC. And natagad yun na sa nakupasidungog because that not only is a Bisayan classic, but usap po na siya ka nagpabuhi sa mga handurawan sa akong amahan. No? Kuha na siyang ibahin sa mga panahon nga sa kamingaw ug sa kahidlaw nga ana-ana diha nga magpatugtog ko ana nga duyog nga awit o kanta gikan sa ato ang mga bantugang mga Bisaya nga naghatag og pasidungog sa ato mga Bisayang kanta
ug lalom nga mga kanta nga Bisaya ug angay ninyong hatagan og igong panahon ug paminawon pud na ninyo. Okay? Karon nga ato ang panahon para buhion balik ang ato ang kinaugalingong Bisaya mga higala. Kay kita tanan. Kita tanan.
Natako!
Okay. Kaayo, di ba?
Okay kayo.
We get some more songs and that's it for now. For me, Bai Jaya mga gagugma diri sa Gamut sa Gugma. Mayong gabi ug daghang salamat sa tanan. Gugma kanunay mga higala ug mga bay. Gagugma. Mga gagugmers. Diri sa TMC 105.1, The Best of Us.
Hapit na ang Pasko, maningil. Nausap ko nimo. Ang gusto ko
Kaskuha, aduna ako'y sorpresa. Nga kanimo ragayod, akong igasa.
tatay ko. Pagkanindot gayud kun kanang saad mo tinuod. Ako kang premyon ug daghan nga halok kun ang munyika ko mulihok-lihok.
Nan karon, akong tinooron, munyika. Ako pang dublihon. Ang munyikang gamay, dula-dulaan mo inday. Ang munyikang dako, kanimo musapnay. Ang munyikang gamay, dula-dulaan mo inday. Ang munyikang dako, bago mong nanay. Ang munyikang gamay, dula-dulaan mo inday. Ang munyikang dako, bago mong nanay.
You are listening to the best of Cebu music from the old.